Welcome to our YouTube channel GurMantra Shiksha Ka Granth. I am Nidhi Dua and in this lecture we are going to study about structure of atom. The very first topic which I am going to teach you is about electromagnetic waves or electromagnetic waves theory. Okay, let's begin our topic. So, if we talk about electromagnetic waves, we can simply say that these are the waves which are created as a result of vibration between electric field and magnetic field. Or, in another words, one could say these are composed of oscillating magnetic field and electric field. One thing which you need to remember is magnetic field and electric field always lies perpendicular to each other. According to electromagnetic wave theory, electromagnetic waves traveled in the form of waves which do not require any material, any medium to pass. Means they can travel even in vacuum conditions. EM waves travels with the speed of light. Therefore, we can say the speed of electromagnetic waves is equals to the speed of light, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Also, electromagnetic waves are known as radiant energy. I repeat, electromagnetic waves are also known as radiant energy. The example of electromagnetic waves are radio waves, microwaves, X-rays, gamma rays, cosmic rays, etc. Now, there is one question. If someone asks you what is the basic difference between EM waves and mechanical waves, you can simply say EM waves can travel not only through air, not only through solid material, but also can travel in vacuum conditions. But mechanical waves necessarily requires a medium to travel. This is the basic difference between electromagnetic wave and mechanical wave. Here, this is the diagram showing transmission of wave. As you can see here, the wave is moving, the wave is propagating to and fro motion. The motion in which the wave goes above and the wave goes down. This type of motion is known as to and fro motion. The uppermost part which you can see here is known as crust. The most lowermost part, this one, is known as true. Also, you can see here a symbol lambda between two consecutive crusts. This represents the wavelength. So, one could say wavelength is the distance between two consecutive crusts and two consecutive true. This is the direction of propagation in which the wave is moving, and this particular small a represents the amplitude of wave, which means the height of crust and the depth of true. There are some important terms which you need to understand. So, the first term which we have is frequency. It is denoted by a symbol known as nu. It is defined as the number of waves passing through a point in 1 second. And this is very important to note that frequency is measured in terms of hertz or in terms of second inverse. Next term you have is wavelength. First of all, wavelength is denoted by a Greek symbol lambda. Wavelength could be simply defined as the distance between two nearest crust and true. As you have seen here, the distance between two nearest or two consecutive crust or two nearest true or two nearest consecutive true is known as lambda or wavelength. Next part you have is time period. Time period is denoted by capital T, and time taken by a wave to pass through one point is known as time period. Time period is equals to 1 by nu, which means time period is the reciprocal of frequency. Next term we have wave number. Wave number is simply the reciprocal of wavelength, which means nu bar. Nu bar is the representation of wave number. Nu bar is equals to 1 by lambda. Next we have amplitude. As we have seen, the height of crust or depth of true is known as amplitude. Next term is velocity. Velocity is simply defined as the distance between the distance covered in 1 second. This is denoted by the letter small c. And as you know, speed is equals to distance upon time. Therefore, by interchanging this formula as c is equals to lambda t, as you know, the distance is defined in terms of lambda and time taken is equals to capital T. Therefore, we get the result c is equals to lambda by t or is equals to lambda nu, because you know that 1 by t is nu, or by interchanging nu is equals to c by lambda. I hope you guys are now cleared about these terms. Now there is one question what we have to solve it. The very first question is, the Vivid Bharati station of All India Radio broadcast on a frequency of 1368 kHz. Calculate the wavelength of electromagnetic waves emitted by the transmitter. We have given frequency of 1368 kHz and we have to find the wavelength. Okay, so before solving this question, I will suggest you to pause your video here and solve it by yourself. I'm giving you some time. Okay, let's see the solution. As you know, frequency is given in the question, that is 1368 kHz. You have to notice that in frequency we have given kilohertz. So there is a need to put the value of kilo into the frequency. So 1368 into 10 to the power 3 hertz. Now you know we have to calculate wavelength. So for calculating the wavelength, we must know the relation between frequency and wavelength. Therefore, lambda is equals to c by nu. And lambda is equals to 3 into 10 to the power 8. As you know, the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second and the frequency given is 1368 into 10 to the power 3 second inverse. After solving this equation, you will get the answer as 219.3 meter. Number 2 question is, calculate the wave number in centimeter inverse and frequency of yellow radiations that have wavelength of 5800 angstrom. Now in this question you have to solve two parts. Number one is wave number and number two is frequency. But you have to be careful while solving the wave number, as we have to calculate this into centimeter inverse. Here I am also giving you some time. Please solve it by yourself quickly. Okay guys, let's see the solution. In first part, as we know, we have to calculate wave number. So wave number is equals to 1 upon wavelength. You know that very well. So wavelength is given in the question, that was 5800 angstrom. So first of all, you need to convert this angstrom unit into meter and then into centimeter, because in question this was mentioned you have to calculate the wave number into centimeter inverse. So 1 by 5800 angstrom is equals to 1 by 5800 into 10 to the power minus 10 into 10 to the power 2. After solving this, you will get 1 upon 5800 into 10 to the power minus 8 centimeter. And after solving this equation, you will get the answer as 17,241.4 centimeter inverse. Number second part is nu is equals to C into nu bar, because you need to calculate the frequency. And you know that frequency is equals to C by lambda, or 1 by lambda is equals to nu bar. So after putting all the values, you will get the answer as 5.1 into 10 to the power 14 second inverse. I hope guys you have understood the concept of electromagnetic waves. Now we have our second topic, which we are going to discuss, is Planck's quantum theory. First of all, we need to understand what are quantum. So basically, quantum is a Latin word for meaning amount, means the smallest possible discrete unit of any physical property such as energy or matter, or the radiant energy emitted or absorbed by a body is not continuously but discontinuously absorbed in the form of small packets of energy is known as quantum. So basically, the small discrete packets of energy is known as your quantum, and the smallest packet of energy is known as photon. As each quanta had some energy, therefore there comes a relation between energy and frequency. This is very important to note that Planck's quantum theory gives a relation between energy and frequency, which means energy is directly proportional to frequency. E is directly proportional to nu. And when you will remove this proportionality constant, you will place a constant small h. As you can see here, E is directly proportional to V, and when you remove that proportionality constant, you have put it small h, that is known as Planck's constant. So E is equals to h nu, and also you know nu is equals to C by lambda. Therefore, we get the result as E is equals to hc by lambda. So this is the final result of Planck's quantum theory. And the value of h is 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules second. As in the next point, you can see total amount of energy transmitted from one body to another will be some integral multiple of energy of an quantum. This point states that energy which is being transmitted should be the integral multiple of an quantum, means the value of n, which represents the amount of photon, the number of photon, should be a whole number. It cannot be a fractional value, means the value of n could be 1, 2, 4, 10, 11, but it couldn't be 11 by 13, 2 by 4 or anything else. I hope guys you have cleared about the Planck's quantum theory. Now we have a question here, which is calculate the energy of a photon. You have to calculate the energy of a photon of sodium light of wavelength 5.862 into 10 to the power minus 16 meter in joules. So basically you have given the wavelength. So now you have to calculate E. I would suggest here to pause your video and solve it by yourself, although I am giving you some time. Okay guys, let's see the solution of this question. As you know that we have given lambda, so we have written the value of lambda, and we also know the value of c. We have simply put it the relation between E and lambda. E is equals to hc by lambda, and after putting all the values and solving the equation, we will get the result as 3.38 into 10 to the power minus 10 joule. Number 2 question is calculate the frequency and energy of a photon of wavelength 4000 angstrom. Now you have to calculate two parts in this question. Number 1 part is your frequency and number 2nd part is energy of photon. Please pause your video here and solve it by yourself. Okay guys, let's see the solution for this question. So in first part you have to calculate the nu, but you have given the value of wavelength, that is 4000 angstrom. So simply we have changed this value into meter. So for changing angstrom into meter, you have to multiply it by 10 to the power minus 10. Therefore, and you know the relation between nu and lambda. So nu is equals to c by lambda. After putting both the values, the value of c, that is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and divided by the value of lambda, that is 4000 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. After solving this equation, you will get the answer. In second part, you have to solve the value for E, the energy of photon. So E is equals to h nu. Simply by putting the value of h, by putting the value of Planck's constant h multiply by the value of frequency, you will get the answer. And the answer is 4.96 into 10 to the power minus 19 joule. I hope you guys are now clear about both the theories, electromagnetic wave theory as well as about Planck's quantum theory. We have solved 2-3 questions on these theories. Now, there is an important announcement. If you are preparing for CSIR NET UG, you can follow Neha Taneja ma'am on Unacademy platform. She is one of the best educator on Unacademy and she will guide you about CSIR UGC NET exam. There are plenty of courses on Unacademy platform. You will get daily life classes, structural courses, live tests and quizzes, and unlimited access through one subscription. Also, there are structural courses which will help you the best to prepare for upcoming CSIR UGC NET exam. If you are interested, you can go with this detailed paid classes, and after using the referral code NEHA, that is capital N, capital E, capital H and capital A, you will get 10% discount on total fee. Also, if you are new on our YouTube channel GurMantra, please do like, share and subscribe. You can also join us on Telegram channel for more updates and notes. For further queries, you can mail us on tanejanehaofficial@gmail.com or you can contact us on 9351280000. Thank you very much. I hope you guys like the video.